Hello, my name is Tom Nakatani. I'm the Vice President of Customer Monitoring Technologies for ADT and the current President for PPVAR. PPVAR is the Partnership for Priority Verified Alarm Response. Pretty much what it says in the name. So we are an organization of security industry and public safety professionals that have come together to talk about verification and how it can be used to improve the dispatch process. PPVAR looks to achieve our objectives of promoting the values of alarm verification through several means. One of them is by influencing standards that are being developed by both public safety and the security industry. Another is by looking at aligning the processes used by both entities, the public safety and private side, to make sure that they're approaching verification in a similar manner and that we can talk the same language to achieve the objectives. PPVAR also acts as a liaison between public and private entities to provide a mechanism by which we can communicate with each other. Joining PPVAR is important for a couple of reasons. One is that there's a power to having many members. We represent a unique organization that is a partnership between the public safety side and the security industry, and that's very important. So we would love to have your voice join us in PPVAR in understanding how verification can be improved for all of us. And by joining PPVAR, you'll have the ability to understand, because we regularly communicate what is happening inside of verification, right? We are very specific around our mission, and we want to be able to communicate and have you understand what's happening, whether that's the legislation, the standards, or just processes and things that are changing inside of both of our worlds. It's very important that you be part of PPVAR so you can understand what's happening out there.
My name is Bob Finney. I'm the Director of Communications Technology for the Collier County Sheriff's Office in Naples, Florida, and a board member of PPVAR. PPVAR's mission is important to the public safety field because public safety is becoming very dynamic. The way that public safety is responding to incidents is changing, is being questioned, traditional means. And so it's an opportune time for public safety, along with the alarm industry, to look at how we're responding to alarms and be more efficient in the way we respond and more effective use of resources in our communities. It's important for the alarm and public safety industries to work together because we're both trying to achieve the same goal. That is to have a safe, secure, and resilient community. And there's definitely ways that we can do that better with new technologies, both in the public safety field, in the 911 field, and also in the alarm industry. Now's the time to take a look at those technologies and see how we can produce a better response to these incidents. Up until my involvement with PPVAR, it was very difficult to find any work that was being done on a large scale between public safety and with the alarm industry, which is unfortunate because there's really a synergy. Again, we're trying to work towards the same goal of providing safe communities, and it's really an opportune time to do that with the technologies that are evolving in both fields.
I am Frank Fernandez. I'm retired Deputy Chief of Police from the City of Miami Police Department. I'm also retired from the City of Hollywood Police Department as their Chief of Police, and the Director of Public Safety and the Assistant City Manager for the City of Coral Gables. I'm also a board member of PPVAR. Up until my involvement with PPVAR, I was not aware of where to find information, and certainly I could not find it easy to locate any type of data and analytics or information related to false alarms. Now that I'm involved in the association, certainly I'm aware of what's happening. I am here to make sure that that network opportunity is extended out to all of our public safety partners and to ensure that they have complete awareness of the opportunities that are available to them through our association. There's a tremendous need for PPVAR in the world of 911 centers, all of our public safety partners, in ensuring that the connectivity to understand these alarm calls, to understand the reasons why these alarm calls come in as false alarms, and the reason why we should have verification of these alarms. If we don't have them, then we're going to continue to respond to 98% of the 23 million calls that come in that could be false alarms. So a typical 911 center is going to prioritize the alarms based on the criticality of the incident. So for example, if an alarm comes in as a silent alarm, that means that someone actually triggered it, that someone initiated that as a silent alarm, that something is actively happening, then those calls are an immediate dispatch. If it's just a regular alarm call that's triggered by the system, then it's going to be on the availability of the officers at the time. Typically, it's going to be a lower priority call.
Alarms today are not prioritized the same way across the country. There's about 5,500 911 centers. Local jurisdictions, they all prioritize alarms differently. There's not a standard. That's one of the problems today. And that's what one of the things that PPVAR is working on, is creating a standard with all the stakeholders so that we can respond in a similar way, regardless of what jurisdiction we're in. PPVAR brings together the various organizations, both in the alarm industry and in the 911 centers. And because there are so many partners on both sides, it's important to bring them all together to be able to coordinate and to come up with a standard that's trusted and acceptable to the stakeholders, really, in the industry.
Hi, my name is Joey Rao-Russell. I am the President and CEO of Kimberlite Corporation, a Sonatrol franchise. We also run a verification-only central station. Verification is where we use technology to augment traditional burglar alarms for intrusion and robbery purposes and give real-time information to police. We use video and audio to verify that there is an actual crime in progress. And by verifying that, we were able to give that information to law enforcement and obtain a much faster police response, and they are able to catch the bad guys. Verification is being built around the foundational technologies of video and audio currently. However, we're using deep learning computers to enhance with AI, analytics, thermal imaging, all these different technologies. As they grow, we're pulling in additional data. We're also able to take environmental data and different information from your smart home or your smart business in order to provide a much higher level of certainty that you have a crime in progress or that help is needed. Verification is important because by having real-time information, we are able to use video and audio technologies as well as deep learning and AI to give real-time information to police and verify that there is an actual crime in progress with a person present. That's important because law enforcement can then dispatch the appropriate resources as well as catch the bad guy. This makes for a safer community and also a safer response for law enforcement.